Hello once again, this is Mark Ellis with Photoshop Training Forum, where we show you how to clearly and concisely use Adobe Photoshop. Once again, today we are going to have an outstanding video tutorial. We're going to learn how to use the cropping tool. And this is very important because, as you'll notice, I got a picture or an image, and I am going to try to straighten it out so that it's even with both sides of my borders over here. We got a crooked photo. This will help you straighten or turn your photo in such a way, or the part that you select in such a way that it will make it level and even the way you want it to sit on your page. So very easy to do using the cropping tool. Just to show you how this whole thing works, you'll notice up here in our options bar, this is the size of the image that I want it to be when I finish. I want this whole image to be exactly this size, 10 inches by 7 inches. So that's what we're going to do. Now, utilizing the crop tool, basically what you have to do is you'll put the crop tool onto your work area, and you'll hold down your left mouse button and drag it, and it'll form like a marquee. Now, the part that's selected that you want to move is the highlighted part of the image, okay? Now, you want to get this to where it's going to match the area. In my case, I've got this white image here, and it's against a red background. Also, you'll notice that I only want to affect this part of my image. So what I did was, now I have this on layer 1. Now, this could have been merged into the same exact area here. In other words, I could have this all just one layer, and this could be merged with the one in the back. It really doesn't matter at this point. But I'm going to show you a different way of moving things around in a little bit here. But anyway, get back to what I was saying. We're going to drag this. Now, if you notice, when I put my cursor over the little box at the bottom, and you could do this on any of the corners, it will allow you to drag. If you hold down your left mouse button, you can drag it bigger to about the size you need. Okay, so we've got that whole area highlighted. When you put your cursor on the inside of the image, it turns into pointer tool, and you can hold down your left mouse button and drag it that way. Drag it around. Now I want to make it a little bit bigger so it covers all the corners. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to try to get this to match the border that's inside of here. In other words, the white part of this image. And that's very easy to do. All you got to do is put your cursor on the outside of the flashing little lines there. You'll notice it turns into 2 arrows. This means if you hold down your left mouse button, you can drag it. See how that happens? And then you can match it to the side of the image. So I'm going to pull this. I'm going to hold down my left mouse button again and pull it closer to the image because I want it to line up. So let's see here. So I'm holding down my left mouse button. I've got it outside of the image there. I'm going to try to line this up with the image itself. And you'll notice it lines right up with it. Okay, that's what I want to do. There's 2 ways to size this thing. You can hit your arrow buttons. In this case, I want to hit the left arrow buttons. You'll notice it's moving it over to the left. And if I push the right one, it's moving it to the right. So you can move it around that way with your arrow keys. And you can also, if you put your cursor once again into one of the boxes, you can hold down your left mouse button and drag it to the side that you need. So we want to just change the part that's white. We want to move that. So let's see here. Keep dragging it until you get the right size you want. Now in some cases, in my case for example, if I had a white background this would be no problem, but since I've got a red one, I'm going to try to eliminate the red out of the picture. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to keep dragging it till I've got the part selected I want. So this is the part that's going to get affected right here. What you see. Okay, now watch what happens. The next step is very simple. Hit the enter button, and this should change your image to the size that you wanted, and it will align it the way you want it to be in a natural horizontal manner. Watch. And there it is. That image is sized to the size that you need, and it is also cropped the way you want to have it cropped. And that's how easy it is to crop with Adobe Photoshop. Once again, this has been Mark Ellis with PhotoshopTrainingForum.com, where we show you how to clearly and concisely use Adobe Photoshop. God bless and have a great day.